Hey guys, welcome to the first Free Game Friday. I'm Daquan. I'm going to teach you a few things really fast. That's what we call it, Free Game Friday, so you guys can get this information, get in, get out, and learn everything you need to learn. So I'm going to go as fast as I can. If there's anything you don't understand that I say, then feel free to shoot me a message and I'll answer that in the message, okay? So let's start. CLTV is the total value that a customer brings to your business. That means the total amount of income that you can expect from that customer. Either you can look at it as revenue or as profit, depending on what you decide to put in your calculation. Sorry about that. This information is often used to segment customers into different groups. The reason why is that we serve the customers that are the absolute best for our business in the absolute best way we can. And we can even start to cater our business to make sure that we're reaching out to those customers who are the absolute best, those with the highest level of customer lifetime value, right? It's also important when you're deciding how much should I spend on marketing in order to acquire a customer, right? So if you have a customer with a very low lifetime value, of course you don't want to spend a lot of money acquiring that customer, right? But if a customer has a high lifetime value, you might say, you know what, this customer is more worth it for my business, so therefore I'll spend a little bit more money. It all depends on, it also helps you, decide how you're going to market, because each of those customer groups is going to have their own characteristics and their own values, their own beliefs, so on and so forth. Okay. Low value customers typically are not going to be worth the resources for you. Why? Because they're just not going to be your favorite customers. Of course, we all want customers that want to pay us the most money, right? Low value customers don't want to pay us the most money. And typically, the reason I love this metric so much is because it represents a symbiosis between you and customers, right? Customers with the highest lifetime values are also customers who have the highest NPS, which is Net Promoter Score, which is a metric I'm going to teach you about another time. And customers who have the lowest lifetime value have the lowest NPS. High lifetime value means they're typically happier, more satisfied. Low lifetime value means that they're not happy, they're not satisfied, and therefore they should go with another company. And if you can recommend them to another company, you built even more goodwill with that customer who you're not even going to serve, and they'll send you business when they know that person is the right person for you. Yeah, but why is all this important? Because of customer centricity. Listen, big businesses have already switched around to customer-centric strategy. Small businesses are the ones that are still operating in the old way of doing business, where we just gather as many customers as we can, and that's just not going to be useful. First of all, as a small business, you can't serve those customers because too many widespread types of customers are going to cause you to have higher operating costs, right? Too many products and services raise operating costs. But the more hyper-focused you can be on one particular customer that expects one specific type of service from you, the better off your business will be, the more money you'll make, and the higher the likelihood is that you'll be extremely successful. Especially when you can provide something that a competitor can't. The other thing is that you can literally do things that bigger businesses can't because you have more options to do them, if that makes sense. Basically, a big business has to operate in a certain way in order to make it make sense for them. You, on the other hand, don't have to operate that way. You can serve those really specific customers in a very specific way because you are hyper focused on them, as a larger business can't be. Okay, so how do you calculate it? Calculating customer lifetime value is just your average monthly transactions times your average order lifetime value times your average gross margin times the average customer lifespan that they will shop with your business. Again, if you don't understand any of this, feel free to send me a message and I'll answer. Okay, and the professional version is a little more difficult. It's the same calculation on the front end, but what you're going to add in is the retention rate, which is R, and you're going to add in the discount rate, discount rate. That's the only way to say it, which is going to be I. You see there's a 1 here where it says 1 minus R. That's not supposed to be a 1. It's supposed to be an I. Okay. Calculating your discount rate is hard. especially when you're a small business. Is if you don't know anything about finance or discount cash flow analysis, it's going to be almost impossible. So that's when you reach out and ask somebody for help. But your retention rate is merely just how many out of all your customers, how many did you maintain relationships with? How many left versus how many left? Okay, so it's the percentage of customers that continue to use your services. All right. So that's it for today's Free Game Friday. Like I said, if you have any trouble with any of this, feel free to shoot me a message and I will gladly answer your question.